Okay, now I'm going to be filming part 3 of my question and answer video for hair bows and stuff. Excuse me. The next question is, how did you do the petty rompers? I don't make those. You can buy them online. I get them from like groups and stuff. So, yeah. I didn't make those. What was I gonna say? What do you use to stiffen your bows? You can use hairspray or starch or yeah, those are the two that I used to use. I don't really use them unless I need to. I will, but yeah, you can use either hairspray or starch. Where do you get your ideas from all your bows? From my fans, from my customers. So whatever they want to order, that's, unless you're talking about specific styles of bows, I got those from like Google and stuff like that. Like you can just Google hair bows and stuff like that, and you can get several different ideas. Oh, I'm all congested. I'm sorry. So yeah, but like as ideas like excuse me, color combinations and bottle caps and stuff like that. Those come from my fans, whatever they want to order. This person asked, do you have an assembly line or something when working with more than one bow to make it faster for you, and how do you ship them? I just make each bow. I usually don't really have like an assembly line. Sometimes I'll cut all the pieces, or sometimes I'll just cut one piece and then make the bow and then cut another piece and then, just like the different, if it's like a stacked bow, I'll, I don't really necessarily have like an assembly line. Yeah, so sometimes I'll just cut all the pieces all together and then make the bow, or I'll cut each piece one at a time, stuff like that. So, and it says, and how do you ship your bows? I ship them in boxes, if that's what you're asking, and I ship them USPS, so first class, which is the cheapest, by the way. So, okay, that's the first page. Excuse me. This person asks, how do you keep the tulle on a tutu from sticking and bunching together? If you're using polyester tulle, excuse me. This one's 100% nylon. You can see it's probably backwards, but it says right above my finger, 100% nylon. Nylon is the best to use because it's soft and it's less likely to bunch up, and if it does, it's very easy to straighten out. But if you use the polyester, I think it's polyester, the other material, that's a very thick tulle and it's very clingy and sticky, I guess you could say. Like it'll stick to other tulle and it just makes it bunch up. So I would suggest using the 100% nylon tulle instead. Sorry if I'm moving the camera around a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it still. Yeah, so just use the 100% nylon. It's thinner, so you might need to use more tulle if you want the tutu to be fluffy, but it does work to prevent it from like bunching up. But it's gonna bunch up either way when the child wears it. But if you use the nylon tulle, it's easy just to run your fingers through it and like straighten it back out again. Like it straightens back out. So also, if you can use what also helps, you can use mix. I think I have some here, right here. You can mix like if you get a spray bottle like this. If you get a spray bottle like this, you can fill it with 1/4 water. No. 3/4 water and 1/4 liquid fabric softener. At least I think this is the measurement. Yeah, I think it's 3/4 water and 1/4 liquid fabric softener. I could be wrong. Yeah, so let's see, I think that's what it is. And then what you do is you just lightly spray it on the tulle, and like don't soak the tutu. Just lightly spray it and then run your fingers through it, and that can also help prevent the tulle from being like staticky and sticky and stuff like that, and also help it from bunching up. But when the child is sitting and moving around and everything like that, the tutu's gonna, it's gonna bunch up. It's easy to fix though, so, yeah. This person asks, how did you get started? And how does someone get started who doesn't have many friends or knows how to get started? I think you're talking about my fan page, like how I get a lot of fans. I get this question a lot. 98%, probably even 99% of my fans actually come from my tutorials. So, it's not easy to get fans. I get them so fast because, from my YouTube. Like, more people watch my tutorials on YouTube. I think I have over 20,000 subscribers. Let me see. I have it right here. I don't remember how many. I'm all congested, sorry. Yeah, I have 26,000 subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, they come from my tutorials. They watch my tutorials, they like what I do, or whatever, they learn from me or whatever. So and since I put my Facebook fan page in all the description boxes below my videos, they come to my fan page from there. Every now and then I'll ask my fans, like, how did you hear from me? And like, I think I'll get like several hundred comments or a lot of comments. And I think maybe one or two out of all those comments says like, oh, from a friend or something. But everybody else that comments says YouTube. Everybody says YouTube. So that's where I get my fan base. But how I got started was I just Googled how to make hair bows, and I started making them, and then I started selling them on eBay and on Etsy for about 3 years. And then I started doing tutorials, and then I opened up my fan page like shortly after I started making tutorials, and that's basically where it all started. If you don't have a lot of friends or know how to get started, just like, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. It doesn't happen overnight. A lot of people expect that and they give up. Please don't give up. Like, if you're making hair bows and stuff like that, it does get better. You will start getting more customers and stuff like that. Just don't give up. That's all I have to say, because it's not gonna happen overnight. You're not gonna be making hundreds of dollars a day overnight. It took me 3 years to actually make maybe $50 a month from hair bows, from selling them on eBay and on Etsy. Like, I would sell 1 or 2 of my bows a month, basically. Like, I was lucky if I sold 2 in a month. It does take time, because a customer needs to know, they need to get comfortable with your product, they need to know what your product is, they need to know what it feels like, they need to know what it, and that's why I tell my fans, do a lot of giveaways, do giveaways. It's gonna bring you customers, and not only that, but you send them the bow that you're giving away, and they look at it, and they're like, this is amazing, like, it was free, of course, but they're gonna love it. And, depending on if you're, if they do or not, it depends on the person. But if they do love it, and they do it, like, they think it's, like, well quality, like, great, made very well, whatever, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back, and they're gonna buy more. I have maybe about 10 or 15 customers that keep coming back, I know a lot of my customers, they'll buy something from me, and then maybe like once or twice after that they'll buy more from me. But I have customers that I've had for like over a year, and they'll, like, every month or every 2 months they'll buy several bows from me, or like an outfit or something. So it takes time. It's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen overnight. That's all I can really say about that. But please, just don't give up. Like, I'm here to help out as well. Like, I like to share everybody's page, like their business and stuff like that on my page. But don't expect hundreds of people to come from my page to your page. They need to get to know your product. They need to know that it's good quality, that, so yeah, like, that's all I can really say about that. But if they do notice that you have a lot of fans, like how I do, that's also, they feel more comfortable buying from you as well, because they're like, this person has so many people, her products or his products must be pretty good if they have this many customers or if they have this many fans. So, but if you have like 100 or 200 fans, or even less than that, most likely they're probably not going to buy from you right away. That's why I tell them to do a lot of giveaways, to give out your products, like free advertisement, free, just give out free samples, or, stuff like that. I mean, any business has to start out like that. You can't just, expect people to just come in and buy your products like, oh, this has to be good or whatever. Especially if you're brand new and you don't have that, if you don't have a big fan base. That's all I can basically say about that. So yeah, and I'm just rambling on and on and on and on, but I wanted to get this on video as well, because like that's a question that I get a lot. Like, how do I get fans? How do I get more customers? Stuff like that. I'm not making enough money or whatever, and it's not gonna happen overnight. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So yeah, just keep trying. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's all I can say. Like I said, it took me 3 years. 3 years to sell. Hopefully it won't take you that long, because it was kind of frustrating. But anyway, let me just go ahead and film part 4.